Hello, my name is Saket, and we are playing Enigmatica 6. And last time we got our sylph set up in a little farm area to generate ourselves some natural resources. And this time I want to start by getting the stuff she's making into this set of storage drawers, which have already run cable to the refined storage system. So we'll have access to it and auto crafting with it and everything else. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to craft ourselves up one of these ender chests from ender storage. It's a chest, an ender pearl, some blaze rods, 2 obsidian, and some wool. We're using black wool because we have some, basically. Make some more patterns. Now, these work just like the ender tanks that we're using to transport lava around. And you can color code them and the whole thing just like that. They start out just white, and that's fine. I don't know how many of these we're going to need that aren't going to go directly into our refined storage system, so this is probably fine. I almost forgot, we're going to need some pipes. And I'd like to upgrade these. We're going to need some more basic logistical transporters. That's just fine. Everything we need to make them. Now these pump a bit more, I think twice as much as these basic ones. So pump rate 2 per second, pump rate 32 per second. So maybe significantly more. Our sylph's been moving right along. You can see she's actually filled up this chest. So we're gonna hook up the diamond chest to an ender chest. And we're gonna set this to pull. And then all that stuff's gonna be accessible from the ender chest in the basement. Now there are a few more things I want to add before we go fully automatic to dump in the drawers here. I do want the rest of the Botania flowers. We should look real quick to see if there's anything that... Okay, that gave us a mortar and pestle. That's cool. Mystical flowers. Any 16 of them. Cool. Stuff. All right, flower pouch. Those are good if we're out collecting flowers. We've already done that. We'll put that away, that away, that away, that away. We'll put this away too. What I'm looking for. Okay, it doesn't look like there's. Oh, there is. Okay, good. And we've unlocked it. We're gonna want to make some floral fertilizer. Let's try that again. I want to use this this red dye that we have. Give us a good amount. And take it upstairs. This stuff works just like bone meal, except all it will give you is Botania flowers. So if you've been out looking for them for a while and you're missing one particular one, that is a great way to get a hold of them. There's one more thing I want to craft here. We're actually going to teach it how to craft because we'll probably use a lot of these. I want to make an item trash can. And use this to hopefully deal with all these things that don't stack. So let's go ahead and make that. Very good. We're gonna take, oh, this is full of stuff. All right, that's all emptied out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our gold chest right here. We're gonna put a trash can down here. We're gonna take some of these advanced logistical transporters, hook them up like this, and then the trash can here has a GUI. We're gonna whitelist and see if it will take both of these with their different data. We will have to, where's my configurator? Set this to extract, or we're not going to learn anything. Yeah, okay, so those went right in there. Very nice. Now we could just hook this thing up to an importer and have it deposit directly into the system and from the system into this thing, but it occurred to me that I would like a buffer just in case, especially like the stripped spruce goes particularly bananas. I don't want it overwhelming the discs over here with like a skillion thousand of them. But yeah, now it's all as the sylph gets mana, we're just gonna get stuff feeding into the under chest, going from the gold chest into here, like as fast as the under chest can get it in there. This is gonna take it out, put it in the storage drawer system, and therefore in the refined storage. So you get the idea. Anything that doesn't go in the drawers, though, will go in here. That's how we're gonna do it. So the next thing, our sylph isn't gonna, run off manual farming forever. I don't want to farm manually. That's the whole point of this exercise. So we are going to make, I think it's still called a volcanic something. Okay, it's a volcanic source link. And it's a lava bucket. We're in the wrong crafting grid. There we go. Pretty cool. And that's a quest. That's nice. We're going to want another pedestal. Okay. And we're going to take, for the moment, we'll just take a random drawer. And we'll get some basic logistical transporters because we're only going to need to transport one of the things we need to transport at a time. And that is this Archwood. As with the exception of the stuff I used to build the little farm building out of, there's how do I get out of here? Here we go. There's more blazing Archwood growing in the farm than there is anything else, and I'll show you why. Now, as our agronomic source link here produces source based on growth ticks, this thing produces source from burning fuel, and it'll burn any kind of fuel. Archwood is the best, and blazing Archwood is the best of the best. And you can just throw it down, and it'll pick it up. But the best way to do it is with a pedestal, because what it will do, and we can feed into pedestals like this, by the way. It's very convenient. What it will do is whenever we can get some mana into a little system we're about to build, or into here, I think this thing has a buffer. This whole setup will put a piece of blazing Archwood onto the pedestal, and then this will burn it up. Okay, I guess the buffer's full, so it's just sitting there, not burning up. Wonderful. Now the volcanic source link volcanic source link, is that what it's called? Yeah. That'll fill nearby source jars with source. So a lot of things labeled source. We're going to teach this machine here how to make a source jar. And we also want something called a source relay, just this base. Okay, so we're going to need to get the enchanting apparatus for that. The thing we're gonna need is Dominion Wand, Wand of Dominion, something like that. And okay, this is another enchanting apparatus recipe. Alright, let's craft these up. Source relay, okay. 6 gold. And 2 source gems it must be. And a source jar. Very nice. And then the wand, I think, is a gold, 2 source gems, and a stick. 3 source gems, and a stick. There we go. What a good mechanic. Alright, so let's put our source jar down right here. Now, what should happen, yeah, okay, this will shoot source into the source jar. We're going to put the relay down right here. And then we're going to shift click here with the Dominion wand on the source jar, and then shift click on the source relay. Whoop, nope. Shift click, right click. Okay. Relay is going to take from here, and then we shift right click. No. Maybe just right click is what we want to do. Yeah, we just want to use right click. That's it. Right click, right click, right click. Okay, so now what should happen is every time we get some source in here, the relay will fire it into this jar where the sylph can use it. If it's full, this jar will fill up. If this jar is full, then this will stop consuming the Archwood. And we're going to get quite a flow of stuff into the basement. And now we can just sit back, relax, watch all this stuff come in here. We have access to it all from down here. I think the first thing we'll see is the hemp. And this is a pretty good start at some infrastructure down here. Now we completed a couple of quests doing all that. Let's see. Oh, we got a Dominion wand. And some blazing archwood, a little bit of ooh, honey. That's cool. More floral fertilizer. And some potions of mana. Potion of fire resistance. That's cool. 8 minutes. Next thing I want to think about is power generation. These magmatic dynamos have done a great job, but they're starting to struggle to keep up. So we're going to look at some magmators from Power. We can go straight to the Niotic tier, straight to any tier we want, I guess. Without the intermediaries, we just need some dynamic tanks, which is just a bucket and some steel. So this is something. Oh, we're out of power. Okay, we'll go ahead and finish the recipe. I guess you can do that if you're in the GUI. And we're going to want to teach it that, and we're going to want to teach it this. Cool. Now I got to turn a bunch of diamonds into Niotic crystals. See where these are maxing out at 320 RF a tick. This one will do 900 a tick, so it'll be a serious upgrade. It's only 12 Niotic crystals per, apparently. Unless it's doing some kind of funky math. Okay, we should be able to make one. Let's do just that. And meanwhile, we're going to take the augments out of this one. And we're going to need our wrench. We can throw these right back in here. And let's see. Yeah, one Niotic magmator. Should be able to put it, where was that one? This is the one. be able to put it right here. It's filling up. And that's significantly faster than it was before. The next tier of the Poa materials is spirited. That's emeralds. And we're gonna just do one thing with these for the time being. And that is a spirited energy cell, which holds 60 million FE, which is a big step up from the 18 million that our good friend the redstone flux cell is doing for us. And, you know, this has been really good. Don't get me wrong. We're probably going to use it for something else, but for the main processing stuff down here, we got to upgrade. That ought to do it. Let's see how we do here. Oh, we got to teach it how to make the capacitors. I forgot. There they are. Throw that in there. And one spirited energy cell coming up. And we'll just take this out. Put this in. And it's getting power. Question is it transmitting power? I think it is. Sure looks like it is, huh? Yeah. And this will hold so much more than this. And we don't really need this anymore because if we want to, we can just pop this right in here and it'll charge up. But, you know, we'll leave this here anyway. I have a little bit of a buffer, I guess. Now the next thing that I want to get into now that we've got our all of our growing crops automated is I want to automate some animal crops, and we're going to do that with Industrial Forgoing. We've got no end of plastic. We have so much. The next thing to make is something called a Dissolution Chamber. This allows us to, you know, go farther into the mod. And I don't think we know how to make a diamond gear. There we go. That's what we want to teach it. This is what you use to make upgrades and to make higher tier machine frames than the pity machine frame. Oh, we need to teach it how to make a pity machine frame too, don't we? We sure do. Not that much to it. Alright, here we go. Oh, there it is. Nice. We're going to pop this thing down right here. And let's see. Input, fluid input, output. We're going to input from the top. And we're going to fluid input from the top. Okay. We're going to output to the, okay, you can just press these. Output to the bottom. Now what we're going to want to teach it to make are machine frames, and we're going to start with the simple machine frame. Now this is going to take latex, and looks like some nether bricks. We'll have to get some latex into the system here. Okay, there we have it. So let's see. We got the fluids, latex, some processing. Very good. I've got this set up right. We can just throw that in there. And we want, oh, gold gears. Okay. Gold gears, gold gears. Must have to make gears out of just about every type of metal at this point. Probably not. We'll probably run into some more. Okay. And now it's just gonna pour everything in there. This thing's gonna do its thing. Oh, that's so good. That thing is finicky to use by hand. This makes it easy as anything. Alright, there's one simple machine frame. We've completed a couple of quests. And that completed us some more quests. We got the conveyor belts. All kinds of cool stuff. Two of these things we're going to use right away. They're from Industrial Forgoing. They work sort of like the stuff we put in our mechanism machines here, but we're going to put them in the Dissolution Chamber to make that run a little faster and a little more efficiently. Now the machines we want to make an animal rancher. And that's, okay, that's just a pity machine frame. That's fine. This thing doesn't know how to make shears yet. And what else do we want to make? We're going to want to make an animal feeder. These are also pity machine frames. We'll have to teach it a purple dye recipe. The other thing we're going to want is an animal baby separator. Okay, that's more purple dye, and we just, whoops, in the wrong spot here. There we go. Let's craft these things up. Now, right over here by what's going to be the greenhouse, it's just kind of a couple of boxes. Right now, we've got another one of these spots that's high in aura, and we're going to take advantage. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put the feeder right here. That's backwards. There we go. And I think we want the animal baby separator pointed this way. Let's show its working area. Okay, yeah, it's pointing that way. And then we're going to want, let's see here, the animal rancher. Like this. Like that. I don't know if you saw, but the working area on upgraded is just one block, and we wanted to do a little bit more than that. What we want is an range tier 2, and it's more latex glass. It's another dissolution chamber recipe. Looks like it's got it. And we'll make 3 of these. Cool. Now the range is, it refers to radius, so range plus 2 is going to go 2 this way, basically, and fill in this whole thing. If we were to show the working area, that's what we'd see. You know what? We're going to need one more chamber here. That doesn't work. I thought you could set these things to only kill adults, but you can't. Now we are going to need to power all of that. And I would like to do solar out there. I'm sure we have, okay, so we don't have to, this is very friendly. We usually have to do a whole crafting rabbit hole with every other previous tier to get to that, but we should be able to skip ahead right to Niotic. Yeah. Now, these don't produce a lot of power, but we don't need a whole lot of power. I'm just going to pop down an energy cell, pop this right on it, and we'll see it filling up. Now we're going to want to run some power lines underneath here. We got a couple of cows over here, and this is not going to stay like this. I'm going to build a nice barn. And we put some wheat in here. What'll happen is it'll feed the wheat to the cows, and we'll get a little baby cow, which our animal baby separator will move over here. When the cow's all grown up, this animal baby separator will put it into this space, and then the animal rancher will, it doesn't really kill the mob, it kind of deletes it. Excuse me. So we can't get stuff like experience, but it does like put the mob drops into here, and we can pump them into an ender chest and send them down into the lab. We're also gonna get these, because although this thing doesn't really kill the mobs, this thing really does breed them. And having it in a spot where the ore is strong means we're gonna have a good supply of these just dropping on the ground. We'll have to get a way to pick those up. Industrial Forgoing also adds an automatic fishing machine. Look at the recipe real quick. It's just the same sort of thing as the other ones. Some plastic that we've been getting, simple machine frame. We're gonna go ahead and craft it up. Take a minute here. We're over here. We'll have to build a little thing for it here, but the only requirement it has, besides power, is to be above 3 by 3 of water. And we're going to go ahead and put a hardened energy cell and another solar panel right on top here. Get this stuff out of the way. And we can see it's already catching stuff for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a, whoops, come back here. We're going to take a basic logistical transporter, pop it on the back here, and put an ender chest right here. And this one, we're going to use a different storage drawer system because this is going to produce a lot of enchanted books that we don't need, preventing the crops from getting into the other system. And let's go ahead. Where's my... There it is. Set this to extract. So we're getting all kinds of things here. We're going to go ahead and start sending this stuff into the gold chest so there's a little more room. I do want to make another trash can, at least one, because we're going to get some stuff that we don't necessarily need. At least that we're not going to necessarily need forever. So let's go ahead and set that to a whitelist. And let's see what we have so far. So we got all these fish from aquaculture, which we can eat by themselves, or we can chop them up into fish fillets. What else can we do with them? Looks like that's the main thing. You know, we could use them. We could use them as fuel in a gourmet dynamo. That's awesome. I'll just start getting this organized. And I just realized it's not even the rancher we want. The rancher will give us like milk and stuff like that. We want to be deleting the mob, so let's see. What is it? It it the mob crusher? Or is it the mob slaughter? I think it's the mob slaughter factory. So we'll have to teach this thing how to make some iron swords. And some iron axes. And here we go. All right, let's get this thing out of here. See, it's full of milk and like, we complete another quest. Oh, that thing's in there? That's okay. Now this thing, when we add the, oh wait, is this what gives us pink slime? And then we've got it where we're going to the crusher? Is that what's happening? You need an advanced machine frame, maybe? Yeah, okay. So this is the pink slime portion of the show. Hey, we already fished up a mending bow. That's nice. So this thing produces 2 liquids, one of which we need to make the next tier of machine frames, namely the machine frame that will allow us to build a mob slaughter factory and actually get the drops. So to actually make the next level of the machine frame, not only are we going to need some pink slime, we're going to need some netherite scrap. So I'm going to go bastion hunting, and we'll pick back up with Industrial Forgoing in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.